Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the Daily Zone, the daily video on this channel. Me, your host, yours truly, Calvzone, or whatever you want to call me. I hope y'all are having a fantastic Saturday, or had. It's relatively late. Mine was fantastic. I spent a lot of time with family. That was a blast. Went and played a game called pickleball. Those of you that know, no, I was not very good at it. I am a tennis pro because I took a class on it in college. So pickleball was a little out of my area of expertise. I did get absolutely demolished, but I still had a good time because I spent it with my family. Then I came home, got some chores done around the house, and then I beat Borderlands 4, which is really going to be the main thing I'm talking about today. Because I really, I won't lie. Okay, my opinion is probably going to be a underrepresented one because every content creator I've seen has really enjoyed Borderlands 4, but my experience was not very all sunshine and rainbows. I very much hated most of my time in the game. And I'm gonna tell you about it, okay? Obviously, feel free to have your own opinions. I'm not saying your opinion's wrong. This is just how I felt, what I thought of the game. So for most of the game, I really feel like, and I'm gonna say it my way, I'm not a big Borderlands, I don't grind Borderlands games, I'm not like a Borderlands YouTuber. There are many of them. I'm not one of them. But for a casual Borderlands fan, I enjoyed Borderlands 3. Besides the main story antagonist, everything else, I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the gunplay. I enjoyed the abilities. I played Flak. That'll come into play later. And I enjoyed all the DLCs and all that. It's just the main antagonist were a little oof. But I enjoyed Borderlands 3 for the most part. Really enjoyed it. Going into it, story-wise, it was okay. It wasn't anything crazy for me. I wasn't really invested. The only time, spoiler, I'm gonna hold my hand up and cover my mouth in case you care about spoilers. When my hand goes down, the spoilers are over. The only time I was even generally invested in the story is when, I would forget his name, is when you're on the lift with, Amara and Zane, and the guy you meet in the prologue is trying to murder them, and I really thought they were gonna kill Zane for a minute because he was being so positive, and I was like, oh my god, they're gonna kill him, and I was like, this is actually gonna be the saddest part of the game, because I generally, if I'm being honest, I'm spoiling all the way to the end of the game. I did not care when that lady got killed. When that scientist, when you shoot her, didn't feel a thing. Honestly, didn't care at all. Okay, spoilers done. But yeah, like story perspectives, I really enjoyed Rush, who's in the beginning of the game. You'll meet him, not very much of a spoiler. And then the other characters, which I won't spoil. The ones I talked about. If you listen to me talking about the spoiler, the ones I talked about, I really enjoyed them coming back. They were a blast. I didn't really care for any of the new characters for the most part. They were very meh. Didn't really vibe with them. As far as the gunplay goes, I feel like 99.9% of the guns in this game are absolute cheeks. They are, and I feel like the gameplay is so pivotal on if you have good guns or not. So I'm gonna give you a little hint, guys. If you go to Moxie, you toss a little money her way, you can get a shotgun. Very good shotgun. It carried me for the last 40% of the game. Because I was hating life. I did not like my guns I had. I very much was getting kind of just destroyed because I didn't have good guns. I'm playing Vex here. Actually, I can show you all my build. Let's see. Ignore that. Let's see. We go here. I can show you all my build. You don't need to see my graphics because they're not great. So, this is my build. This is my Vex. This is the shotgun I'm talking about, by the way. The Sweet Embrace. Very good gun. Very good shotgun. I got the Frost variant. Actually, it's in my inventory. This shotgun right there in my inventory carried me for the last 40% of the game. That, I got a Frost grenade, and maybe it's because my class actually started popping off like later in the game. This is my build currently. I'm not even level 50. I will let y'all know. It gets significantly harder, and I don't know whether, like, towards the end of the game, whether that's because they're kind of level area, like they scale up enemies way more in certain areas, Because like near the end of the game, you're fighting like level 40 enemies, and I was only level like 36. Which with the build I had wasn't that bad. Once I got online, wasn't that bad but for the first like 60% of this game, I was not having a good time. I was getting upset, I was getting mad. I felt like things weren't dying. I had to constantly go grind side quests to kind of get levels. Didn't really care for most of the side quests, if I'm being honest. I really feel like I didn't really feel the pull into any of the stories. Where like one, obviously, I played that with my cousin, so I was really in, like, I was a kid, didn't really care about the story, but I was playing with my cousin, so I had a good memory. 2, everybody loves 2. 3, I enjoyed 3. I enjoyed a lot of the side quests. I enjoyed a lot of the side content. In this one, not so much. And is it because I had this sick feeling like that I was generally not having fun and felt at a certain point I was pushing myself to beat the game? Maybe that is tainting a lot of what I'm like, my opinions, because like I said, I won't lie to you, for most of this game I was not having fun. I bought it, I refunded it at 2 hours, and then I went, you know what, I don't think I gave it a fair shake. Let me go back in. I'm a Borderlands fanboy. Let me get back in there. Let me give it another shot. And I went back in, and I guess there's a shift code. I have. Is this supposed to show you like your actual like game time? Well, there's an easy way to find this. I have 40 hours in the game. A couple of that's AFK hours, but I have 40 hours in the game. And for about 30 of them, I was not having a good time. I was just, I need to beat it. Come on, let's beat it. Let's beat it. Let's beat it. Let's beat it. And now I've beaten it. The final boss fight was cool. I do think mechanically they've improved a lot of the boss fights. I did enjoy that. That was a very enjoyable part of the bosses. I feel like the loot, I don't like the loot. Like, the greens and commons never feel good to see. And you see them constantly because they made legendaries more legendary, right? That, I'm cool with, I'm cool with that. However, when 90% of my loot is commons and greens, it's pretty oof, okay? It's pretty oof. Especially when they're all cheeks. They are all very bad guns. I never use them. The only times I would is when I was playing on hard mode. Which, another thing, the difficulty really don't matter. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Does not matter. If you pick hard, you just gotta make sure you have the elemental weapons. That's about everything. That's about all I learned. Because I'd play it on easy, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it made the game that much easier. I generally don't. I don't think it made it that much easier. I end up just turning back on hard, and then just punching my way through with the guns I had. But yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else. Like I said, I don't want it to be like I am like hating on the game. Because like I said, everybody's really enjoyed it, and that's why maybe I'm so mad is that I didn't have like as good of a time as everybody else did. And it makes me feel bad because I'm like, this game is supposed to be good, right? I should have enjoyed the game, but I generally just didn't have a good time. Also, I don't know if I tried to show you on something on screen and I just didn't, but like, since going to Ultimate Vault Hunter, I'm having a good time. I'm having a blast. I like the world-like events. I like the Maurice Black Market. That's pretty fun. I love Maurice. It was funny to see him make a cameo. I genuinely think the game got so much easier once I got out of the place where it was scaling the enemies through like crazy levels. Like when I was having to fight things that were like skulls. Oh my lord, guys, that was ridiculous. And I think they wanted you to really grind. Like, what doesn't make sense to me is I'm fighting level 41 mobs. I'm level like 37, okay? In the area I was in the end game area. You fight all the way through all that, but then when you finish the game and you can make new characters in Ultimate Vault Hunter, they start at level 30. It's weird. It's just very weird to me. Because I did look at that and I was like, oh, that's cool. It is cool that you can start a character at level 30. I can't remember if you could do that in the Borderlands. Brain's a bit shoddy. I play a lot of games. But yeah, I know I'm a little bit critical. I know I got a lot of bad things to say. But deep down, I really want to like it. I really wanted to like it. I don't hate it. Because here's the deal. I did have good moments, okay? I did have good moments. I just feel like this game was very gun dependent. If I had good guns, life was good. And if I had a bad loadout, I was hating every moment. I was dying over and over and over again. Because it was just rough. It was rough. Like, it was very gun dependent. And like I said, I played Vex. I played the companion build. For the last 4 hours of the story, or not that. For the last like hour, like leading up to the final boss fight, my companion skill stopped working. I'm gonna talk about some bugs. It just stopped working. I could not ultimate, basically. I could not ultimate for the last hour of the game. I literally would not fix unless I like restarted the game, but I didn't want to do it because of the last hour. And so I had to fight the final boss fight without my ultimate ability. Which I still did it. I did it in one shot, didn't die. Like I said, the game is not hard if you got good guns. And let me show you one of these guns, okay? I don't know how you get this gun, but this gun is cracked, okay? Especially with my build. It's cracked. It's insane. This gun's also pretty good. I recently got it. This one's okay. It's my flame gun, but this shotgun is really where it was at. Just an insane amount of damage came from it. But yeah, I feel like Borderlands 4 is very gun dependent. And I guess once my build started popping off, it became less gun dependent, but I still feel like it's still pretty. You need to have good guns, and good guns are hard to come by. So a lot of them are pretty rough. I don't like the order guns at all. I know I was supposed to be talking about bugs. I have ADHD. Welcome to my channel. The other bugs I had was enemies I would be having to do, hey, kill all the rippers in this area. And I would have enemies spawn underground. I can't get to them. The only way I can reach them is leaving the game and coming back in. That was cringe. And that happened on more than one occasion. In more than it's so like, oh, okay, I gotta restart my whole game. Gotta exit back to the main menu, load back in, I'll fight that whole wave I just did over again because 2 guys got stuck in the ground. But yeah, that's my little rant. In the end, I did enjoy my time in Borderlands. Sometimes, I guess, I did have a bad time. But I've been playing for an hour and a half. I'm going to probably try to 100% the game. It is funny that some of the achievements are just like, hey, do this world event. That's very interesting. Yeah, I'm probably going to spend another like 60 hours in this game because I like Borderlands. I'm a Borderlands guy, you know, really, really enjoy Borderlands. It's just at some points it's rough. And obviously I didn't even speak on performance, but y'all guys, you know my computer was screaming the entire time. It was not good. I have to run it. If I run it on medium, I'm running 40 FPS. If I run it on low, I can get a constant 60. I am playing it in 2560 by 1440p. That's just because my monitor's set that way. I've been spoiled. I can't go to 1920 by 1080. It drives me crazy. I am a quality, a word I will not say because I'm trying to do better about not like cursing on this on the videos. But yeah, that's all I got. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little rant. I'm not even gonna title this video yapping about Borderlands 4 just because I don't want to like draw the ire of the Borderlands 4 community because, like I said, they're having a blast. Besides Randy being like Randy, and besides like the performance issues, I feel like Borderlands as a community has probably not been happy like this in a long time. And so I'm not gonna try to sit there and throw shade at them. I just wanted to say my opinion because, you know, I make content every day. I gotta have stuff to yap about. I finished Borderlands 4. That's what I wanted to yap about today. As far as games coming up on the channel, I was going to play No, I'm Not Human. However, I decided I need the money back in my account, so I refunded all of that. That will not be showing up on the channel. You know, actually, if I do a game, it's If I do a gaming VOD, it's probably just gonna be some random game, either gonna be Claire Obscura or like maybe it's me playing. See, I might play some Borderlands 4, but the quality would be pretty rough. I don't know. Well, we may chill, we may not. I do apologize if that video doesn't come out, but I did get you the cooking videos. But yeah, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I keep getting so many nice, positive comments that are unbelievably, you know, just they make me feel good. Like somebody said, I don't want to quote them out of context or, you know, like anything, but like they said, hey, you basically keep popping up on feed. I'm glad I see you. You make my day a little better. And that meant a lot. That's what my channel is for. You know, I may not become some big YouTuber. I may not be able to do this for a job. But dang it, do I have a good time just being myself, just chilling, just trying to be a nice little happy, positive corner. Well, I know how hypocritical that is because I was just spent the last 14 minutes being like, grr, this game sucked, basically. But I like trying to be a little nice, positive corner on the internet. And it does mean a lot when people come in and they go, hey, you made my day a little better. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm trying to do. You know, life wants to punch you down, wants to make you have a bad time. But, you know, you just got to keep smiling and keep moving on. And I'm here every single day. If you need a little positivity, most of the time I'm happy. There are some videos when I am not, but at least then you know you're not suffering alone. At least you can be like, well, even he's sad. Because I'm not no superhero. I am human. I do get sad sometimes. I've been thankful for the past like 2 months, month and a half. Don't know. I've been just in really high spirits. And your comments that are really positive, very nice, they keep me in good spirits. They make me feel pretty happy. I'm going to go have a good night myself. Like I said, I'm probably going to continue playing Borderlands 4, trying 100% it so that I can finish it, shelve it, move on to the next game. As far as what game that is, honestly, it's probably going to be Vampire the Masquerade 2. Actually, no, it's not. I don't think I'm going to buy Vampire the Masquerade 2. I'm probably going to play Outer Worlds 2. That's probably the next big game I'm going to be talking about. I went through and kind of cleared my wish list of games. I did a nice purge. I realized I want to spend, I know I'm talking about 100%ing a game and I'm about to be like, I want to spend less time spending on games. So like, there's a game called Mega Bonk. I really enjoy it. I think it's a really cool game. I watched my cousin and his friend and my little brother play it. I know I could sink like so many hours into it, but I'm not buying it specifically because I know I would sink those hours into it. And I am trying to be less on games, more so because I've got books to read. I've got stuff around the house that needs to get done. I've got programming stuff I've been trying to do. But like I said, I feel like currently with my education, with the way I am as a person, money wise, because I always say, I'm always talking about how I want to go up. I want to make more money. I would love to be, you know, a little more higher in the money. Because right now I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I feel like I'm, dare I say, upper lower class or lower middle class. I'm in somewhere in that thing. I feel like, I mean, probably not. I'm not gonna share the exact money. I'm sure I said it before, but you know, some things I feel like I probably shouldn't share. But like, you know, I feel like I'm doing well enough to keep afloat. But I definitely, you know, I couldn't expand. I can barely keep the things I have kind of up to date. And so I want more. And the way I got to go about that, I feel like, is doing something extra, be it like an indie game. I do a little indie game, or like I write a book or that sort of thing, or YouTube kicks off, you know. I feel like I need more money somewhere. Unless I go get a new job, but guys, evidently, I'm sure many of you know the job market is not good. I mean, I've taken it as a sign at this point that, I applied to both the grocery stores that I was like, oh, I'll work with people with my age and stuff. They've not hit me back, so I'm taking it as a sign that I'm meant to be where I am for as long as I am. Whatever that reason is, I don't know. But there is a plan in this world for me, and I'm merely living it. Thank you for joining me on my philosophical talk after my rant about Borderlands 4. I'm going to go now. I'm going to go warm up some brownies and get a cup of milk. And I'm going to play games and enjoy my night and have a good time. I hope you have a good night as well. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm going to leave you now. As always, my name is Calvzone. I'm here every single day, random time. I record these randomly. They're not pre-recorded most of the time unless I'm going on vacation. But thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for being fantastic people. And I will see you all tomorrow, maybe. Maybe click that subscribe button. But bye-bye.